Okay, so we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another hour. Another hour of the Veilguard. No, not really. I don't think I'll ever play this game. No, 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 no. That is not gonna happen. Again, even though I don't buy games on release and I usually wait for a a sale, I'm always looking for those big discounts, whether it's in Steam or GOG. I have never bought a license for a game in Epic Game Store. I do have a few games that I got for free because the Epic Game Store, in order for them to attract users, it's giving away games for free, and the games they give away are not free to play games. I got Grand Theft Auto, although I already have Grand Theft Auto 5 in Steam, but I still got it in the Epic Game Store. I don't have Fallout 3 in Steam, but I got it in Epic Game Store. I haven't played it. Well, not really. What I did is I started the game, I installed it, and played through the opening sequence of the game because it was a very long opening sequence. Yeah. It is so long that at the end of the sequence, so at the start, the MC is a baby. And it was so long that at the end of the sequence, the baby grew up and became an adult. That's how long the opening sequence was. And after that, I saved the game and haven't played it again. Although it's still installed though. But the Veilguard is quite popular, my goodness. I was like looking through my front page in YouTube, and content creators are still talking about it. That's how generous the Veilguard is, Dragon Age the Veilguard, because even though the game flopped, a lot of people are still making money from it. Again, it's like Concord and Dustborn. The only people who made money from those games are the content creators. So funny. And look at that. That is what I'm talking about. That's why I titled the thumbnail like that, because Hero High or Hero Hey is still talking about it. And I scrolled down my front page, my YouTube front page, and I saw other videos still talking about the Veilguard.
Welcome back, guys. Looks like we're talking about good old Dragon Age the Veilguard.
Yeah, it's good old Dragon Age the Veilguard. The gift
Studios.
that is, it keeps on giving.
He was also the lead writer on Kingdom Come Deliverance, as well as Mafia and Mafia 2. Made this tweet earlier today, reading, "Wow, 7 years old game versus recent release." Going on to show a comparison here of Kingdom Come Deliverance, released back on February 2018, with Dragon Age the Veilguard released on October 31st, 2024. And we can see Kingdom Come Deliverance achieving an all-time peak of around 96k, with Veilguard having 89k, and even beating them in the 24-hour peak as well, with Kingdom Come Deliverance having 10.9k versus Veilguard's 10.7k. It's a base post that would certainly upset the Veilguard shills out there. Although I do feel bad for the Dragon Age fans out there who are not happy with Veilguard. It's a real shame what happened to their series. Which takes us over to the next part. In an act of immense desperation, BioWare has released the Dragon Age Veilguard character creator for free. You can see Kotaku here reporting on it, trying to prop this act up, trying to hype people up for this, saying
What?
many great things Dragon Age the Veilguard has to offer.
Is this in Steam? If this is in Steam, I'm going to give it a try. Not sure about that.
Rook.
It all depends on the system requirements.
Inquisition.
I can't even play Marvel Rivals because of the system requirement.
Suite out ahead of the game itself, so we could have time to mess around with it in advance and jump right into the game itself on launch. BioWare didn't do that, but the studio is finally releasing the character creator for free as part of today's officially unofficial Dragon Age Day on December 4th. So this comes off hilariously desperate in my opinion, because BioWare had decided to actively not release the character creator before the game's release, and now like a month after the game's release, they're like, you know what, actually here's the character creator for free. Seemingly to try and get people to make a character that they then want to play in the game, which obviously they're hoping would result in increased sales for the game. Something that it seems like Veilguard desperately needs. But hold on, because it's actually more amusing than that even.
I think they should just release the game
BioWare had seemingly been
on Game Pass. Is that even possible for a non-Microsoft game?
and you also
I'm
take
pretty sure they can make a deal with Microsoft.
propping the character,
Hey Microsoft,
which may have been
how about you pay us
kind of nudged
100 million
list. The point
so
is
we could recoup
BioWare had
some of our losses,
make the character,
and you can put Dragon Age the Veilguard
therefore hope
in Game Pass.
where people are like, oh, this character creator is so great, and that it would be part of what would influence them to then therefore buy the game.
He, him, she, her, and they, them, and then your gender is man, woman, non-binary. Love that. Love the inclusivity. Top
How can you have non-binary
for all of our trans and non-binary
and binary?
there. I absolutely was blown away by this. It's beautiful to see the inclusion in the game.
What is even a non-binary? Binary.
Absolute worst lighters for female anatomy, like an absolutely minimal impact, to which many women
It is so stupid.
see other people ignoring these
They
issues.
say there's a lot of gender, but they have binary. They have bisexual,
Pronouns, and like one
which
surgery scar option.
already means there are two
They're like, oh, our representation is so
sexualities.
selectively left out entire demographics. It just makes all of this seem so shallow and fake. And they really should have spent more time just making a good game instead of trying to make this a desperate selling point and now desperately releasing it later as some free thing. This game is so cooked. On the PlayStation 5 subreddit, this news was posted about the free character creator thing being released, and the comments are all just roasting it. I mean, well, first of all, there's barely any engagement here to begin with, which shows that there's just such a lack of interest for people wanting to play this game. But we'll take a look at some of the few comments that it did get, including top comment being why, response saying exactly what I came to say. I guess they really want people to play around with all these flat slider options and apply those
Flat slider.
or make an air
Oh my goodness.
extension
I wish I was as witty as these people are.
character creator, to be honest. And love the chest and glutes options. You can go from totally flat to almost totally flat. However, one response would say, great, it's the best character creator out there. To which someone else says, I'm about to sick my Dragon's Dogma 2 on you. And the other person says, don't even know what that means. That person then explaining, saying, you should check out the character creator for Dragon's Dogma 2. I think it's still available on PSN separately from the game. It's one of the best character creators, hands down. To which the Veilguard shill actually says, I've seen it. This one is better. And then a response says, unless you want to make a feminine body. And someone else says, or even just a person with some decently developed glutes. While we're over on Reddit, let's wrap this up by having some
Oh my goodness, the comment section.
Veilguard subreddit. I've seen a lot of delusional
They're wild.
subreddits out there, and this one,
People are wild.
before we even go there though, let me just explain this for anyone not familiar with the subreddit.
And
Stay there,
they're very witty as well.
just complaining about people who criticize the game. It's such an echo chamber. If you're not an outright shill, you'll probably get banned, or at the very least heavily downvoted, and then probably also banned. For example, a top post from just 24 hours ago says media literacy is dead. And the person then attempts to make the argument that if you criticize the lore retcons and inconsistencies in the writing for Veilguard, that you actually just don't have any media literacy. Getting upset at people for criticizing corpos who did a bad job with their writing and lore retcons, trying to say that the critics are just media illiterate, is an insane level of cope. But hey, that's an example of a top post from our Veilguard. Another top post from 20 hours ago says, "This game is good actually? Where's all the hate coming from? I was very sad to see the review from Skill Up."
Show us
Then everyone
Show us your number of hours played. Come on.
any praise.
Where is it?
Dialogue sucks.
You didn't even play the game. I bet this guy never played the game.
I noticed something strange when I watched a YouTuber named Mahler play through the beginning. He didn't even try to engage with it even slightly. From second one of the game starting, he created a hideous abomination, YouTuber haha funny, and started complaining the second the game started. This is a trend I've noticed. I decided, you know what, screw it. I played every Dragon Age so far and found things to like in all of them regardless of their quality. Cough, Dragon Age 2, cough. I'm playing the new Dragon Age. So I played it, and it's good? Like, pretty dang fun. Does it get way worse partway through the game? I'm pretty early in, and I just don't get the complaints I've heard, like, wow, cringe dialogue. You mean like every other Dragon Age? Dragon Age Origins is my favorite game of all time, but let's not pretend it was a masterpiece completely free from bad dialogue.
Oh, come on. Come on.
I'm a woman.
I played like
About Hespith and Branka, Leliana breaking into
Skyrim like,
the other Dragon Age games weren't perfect.
what? Over hundreds of hours.
They don't need to be perfectly written to be.
It doesn't have the best dialogue, but
I don't get the sense.
from what I've seen in Dragon Age the Veilguard is
Not literally every
not just bad. My goodness, it's
this time and half
terrible. It's like talking to
you non-binary. And I hate to say that,
a baby.
but just like Spider-Man 2, I feel this game's getting unwarranted hate because of a bandwagoning pioneered primarily by the anti-woke crowd. TLDR, I'm never trusting what other people say again before I play.
Yeah, sure. The fact that a lot of people didn't like it means the anti-woke crowd were right.
And
Simple.
that people just don't like it because of minorities. In other words, their argument is attempting to stand up against bigotry, but they're the ones actually being bigoted. People gave examples of various things they dislike about the game, and once again, this person dismisses all that and then tries to pin it all on minorities. These people are so insanely tone deaf. But yeah, that's the Veilguard update. Let me know what you think about the Kingdom Come Deliverance tweet at the beginning. Or, you know, specifically Daniel Vavra's tweet, I should say. As well as Veilguard releasing the character creator for free now, and that silly subreddit stuff at the end. As always, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed my coverage. If you did, consider liking and
Okay, let's like the video and let's see. Let's Is there more? Okay, I wonder what this is about. This is going to be very weird. Why? Ah, okay. Is this gaming related even? I don't think that was gaming related. The UN is not protecting children. The UN. The UN sucks. They are woke as hell. I'm pretty sure they also hate Christians. Again, wokeness, the woke religion and the Christian religion, they don't mix. They are polar opposites of each other. And if you claim you're Christian and you're woke, no, you're not. You're not a Christian. You're just woke. You cannot serve two masters because you will love one and hate the other. If you are woke and you claim you're a Christian, you obviously, like what I've been saying, you hate Christianity and love your wokeness because you can't serve two masters. Let me take a look at the gaming tab. There's a few tabs here. On top. Whoa, what's this? Unreal Engine 5 is killing games. Really? Is it over? Ubisoft buyout talks begin. Tencent not buying? Sweet Baby Puppet Masters exposed by insiders. Woke developer slanders Asmongold. That was like 4 days ago. Japan had enough of these people. Most of these are a few days to a few weeks old. Okay, how about this one? Have I seen this one? Make games normal again. From the space pirate that pays taxes, Dr. Disaster. Whoa, look at that. Buffering.
Your Admiral, the chronically charismatic Dr. Disaster.
Wow, you're an admiral?
More satisfying than enjoying a game like Marvel Rivals.
Yeah,
Kicking butt.
I was looking at this game earlier. I wanted to install it. It was like 70 GB. Oh my goodness! Why 70 GB?
Rivals
And, well,
extremely strong.
it won't run on my PC, sadly.
50,000 players on Steam on its first night of launch. That number is likely to go up over the weekend, marking the most successful launch.
I just wanted to play as Captain America,
It's not
who
surprising,
throws his mighty shield.
considering that, as you can see in this,
And those who chose to oppose his shield must yield.
what females look like, which is a clear signal to a lot of us that this game is safe to play and won't be trying to preach progressive shit at us. It was made by
For the red and the white and the blue comes through. What?
screeching harpies from the HR department dictating their weird agendas to the players.
You will listen to every damn word I have to say!
No thanks, bro.
The game has been released for going on something like half a day by now, and as of the time of this recording, the Metacritic score for the game is TBD, to be determined, because the game journalists are refusing to input their reviews onto the review aggregator. They did the same thing as you
I've never
lolly
I've never looked at the Metacritic score of a game. I just watch the trailers,
the game
and if there is gameplay of the game, I would watch that as well. And then I would watch the content creators that I watch talk about the game,
these
so I could get a feel of what the game is,
that we saw.
if I'm going to like it or not.
But unlike that piece of shit, Marvel Rivals is doing
Again, I want to try out this game. It's free to play. There is no reason for me not to give this a try, but again, also,
Overwatch clone. A little tirade on X.
what do you call this?
Marvel Rivals
It won't run on my PC.
got attached to it.
That was the problem.
In fact, all the responses from the people who want this game to fail are just delicious. I can't help but drink it all in. But alright, let's talk about Marvel Rivals and how well it's doing, and also how all the right people are pissed off at its success. Yes, it is a free-to-play game, but going on 500,000 players is nothing to sneeze at, because you just know that a good chunk of those people are dropping some money on this game. And keep in mind that this is on other platforms as well, like PlayStation and Xbox, so it has some potential to really rake in.
Oh my goodness, look at the Wolverine.
That a game of this size,
What is he, a giant?
featuring
Supposedly he is like
famous,
5'3"
you'd think
or 5'2".
would be all over this game.
That doesn't look like
But they're refusing to
anything.
scores on Metacritic, and I can see
A little over 5 feet.
for this. Either
Wolverine looks huge.
about it, because on one hand, it's a Disney property and they know they're supposed to support Disney, but on the other hand, it's a normal game featuring attractive female characters, so they know they should hate it. But the other potential reason is that they've already decided to try to kill the game by ignoring it and not helping to generate buzz. They did the same
I don't think the game needs any buzz with 500,000
seems to happen.
people playing it. Does it really need more buzz?
Like females and dudes who look like dudes, and or
Is the game, does it have pronouns, personal pronouns?
there are only 2 reviews of the game on Metacritic so far. One of them is from IGN, who hasn't scored it, but does say the following in its review with the to be determined score. So far then, I'm having enough fun with Marvel Rivals to be interested in more. It's also the exact Overwatch imitator that I thought it would be. And then Games Radar is the other review currently available, and they're the only one that's given it an actual score. They gave it a 50 out of 100, and they're
Oh my goodness, that is like 5 out of 10.
reinvent the hero shooter genre with its complex characters and special synergies, but it's so preoccupied with trying to be like Overwatch that it forgets to play to its own strengths. Its oversized roster also needs more balancing and more differentiation from Blizzard's stable of heroes. This is the same outlet that literally just gave Indiana Jones and the Great Circle a perfect score. As Jay
That's why I don't read. That's why I don't read any of this
between these two games
gaming media websites. They are all shit.
convince me they aren't just anti-Eastern games. They want DEI pushed, and they want it pushed in everything, or they'll lowball it. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he's right. That's why some of these Eastern
If you are an aspiring game developer, or if you are starting a game studio, you know how you can make your game successful.
in the
If you have a good game and you want it to be successful, don't include any of the DI bullshit or crap in your game. And if it's good enough,
successes are so important.
yeah, you'll get people to play it.
Companies in the East, and theoretically also over here in the West as well, though the Westerners are generally,
I'm just watching the gameplay, and
but they show everyone
it looks like there's a lot of things happening on screen.
tired old methods of trying to box everyone in to thinking the same things they do. The access media has lost a shitload of its potency now that so many content creators can give you their honest opinions on platforms like this, on platforms like YouTube, or on Twitter, or whatever. Gamers largely disregard these traditional media outlets these days, and they play what looks good. But, as I said a few minutes ago, the media isn't the only one pissed at this game. The former president of Blizzard, Mike Ibarra, wrote on X, "Looks like Overwatch Marvel Rivals ships tomorrow, much like Light of Motirum, a clear copy of Horizon Zero Dawn out of China." I mean, even the character name, Widowmaker in Overwatch versus Black Widow in Marvel Rivals, LOL. NetEase/Tencent, all the same. But then the community notes issued a fairly brutal takedown of this guy right below that. Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow, is a popular Marvel hero who made her comic debut in 1964, more than 50 years before Overwatch and Widowmaker were created. The poster is spreading misinformation. And here's the thing. Would I personally like it if I could play games made in the West rather than stuff coming out of China? Absolutely. I would prefer that for a variety of reasons that I'm not going to get into.
I don't like it as well because
Much rather support American companies, but when those
companies in China,
to make things that
the one that benefits
the fact that
the
they're
most is the Communist Party.
well, I can't support that. As soon as a Western company like Saber Interactive, when they made Space Marine 2, as soon as
That's why when I play free-to-play games, I don't usually spend money on it.
well, not all the time because they don't make games all the time that are good, but as soon as I can, I tell you guys about games that we should support. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is another example of a Western game that I'm anticipating that I've said that we should all be ready to go out and play. But those games are few and far between, and in the meantime,
Again, I have nothing against the Chinese people,
Western studios,
but I am against the Chinese Communist Party government
Chinese, and
and how they are bullying our country
meanwhile
and how they are attacking our fishermen.
trying to take
What did our fishermen ever do to you?
or
My goodness.
their NPC update and don't know what to do. Either way, I'm going to leave it there. Drop your mockery of game journalists as they fail to take down Marvel rivals. Drop that mockery into the comment section below and we will talk there.
Okay, let's give this one a like from Dr. Disaster. What is this? Rockstar forcing DEI. Whoa, this is a 3-hour live stream from Side Scrollers. Has GTA, this was like 2 weeks ago. Has GTA 6 gone woke? Okay, 2 hours, 1 hour. Welcome to Alpha 4, Star Citizen. Almost here, there are big changes. Okay, the never-ending tech demo of a sci-fi space MMORPG set in a few thousand years from now. Okay, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle early access stream. Okay, good for you. 6 days ago. This one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. STO. What's happening with Star Trek Online? I'm going to check this one. Okay, there's also, this was like 2 days ago. This one from STO, because STO was mentioned. And I just played Star Trek Online yesterday because of the Winter Wonderland. I'm a ship collector, although I have no more space in my shipyard.
Howdy folks, Spencer here, and today I'll be going over the latest news for Star Trek Online on both
Yo,
PC and console.
what's happening in Star Trek Online?
Are listed down below. First up, the winter event is now live.
Oh, look at the ship.
And while the Ilios itself
Look
is
at
not
the
the most
ship.
appealing ship to veteran players, the console from it is insanely good and makes the ship well worth playing the event for, even if you never intend to fly the ship itself.
What do you mean? Looks good. I like the look of the ship.
And I will be covering
It's very different from your. It still has the saucer-like
Ilios itself. that
shape
is
of the body, but still, because that is a Star Trek trademark,
universal.
you know.
Following a one-day delay, PlayStation users had a lengthy patch on Wednesday which brought with it the 2024 Winter Event, Grand Negus Giveaway, and the Muds Bundle Sale. Up on screen are some pictures I received from Joe and Stowe, verifying everything is live over there. And as for the last day, PlayStation users will have their Winter Event extended to make up for that lost day. Next up, all platforms have a 15% key sale with a return of the 20 key
Don't care much about this.
up alongside the introduction of the Obina to the Infinity Lock
This is one of the games that I spent money on.
on console. The key
Just a little bit.
through December 14th.
Back in the day, I don't spend money on it anymore.
For console players wondering when they'll be getting the Obina, it will be arriving over there next year on January.
I stopped spending money on this on Star Trek Online when it went free to play.
Due to a bug with the initial release, the Obina options are not present in the Tailor. This will be fixed in a future patch. And it turns out we didn't have to wait long for the Obina fix to be pushed live. The patch today on Friday, December 6th will be fixing the Obina issues in the Tailor, along with fixing the telepathic outburst issue with the Anar Ushan Torse Psi Blades from the winter event. Next up, former STO community manager Mike Fadum has started streaming on his personal Twitch and YouTube accounts following his departure from Cryptic Studios last month. In his first stream this Monday, he played STO and answered some topics that he wasn't previously able to respond to. I have a handful of clips to play for y'all, but if you want to check out the full stream, I'll include a link to the Twitch and YouTube VODs down below in the description. And
Nah, I'm good with clips.
on screen is his stream schedule for those interested. It sounds like he'll be streaming STO each Monday. Links to both his Twitch and YouTube are also down below for those interested. The first highlight is this comment from Borticus in the Twitch chat regarding Phoenix Store updates. Basically, he is saying that conversations have started up again regarding additions to the Phoenix Store, and given the Dilithium Exchange backlog issue, the timing of this makes me wonder if DECA has heard the community complaining about it and are looking to get serious about the backlog issue. Only time will tell. Next up, here is a clip regarding the DECA community managers and the silence from DECA so far.
Good. Some of you know.
What the hell is Deca?
He's over in Amsterdam doing his best. There's also 2 new DECA community managers that are already hired.
What the hell is Deca?
There's just some legal issues why they can't talk to you yet, and I don't think I can say what those legal issues are. But they're legally not able to talk to y'all yet. I have been told by both of them that they want to start streaming again.
You'll immediately know that I'm not really updated when it comes to Star Trek Online. I only started playing it yesterday because of the winter event.
It was like
Again, because I like collecting starships, and the rewards at the end of the event is a tier 6 starship.
legally not allowed to yet. So at some point they're going to be able to talk to us, and they are very much looking forward to it. But until those legal issues are sorted out, we're going to be dealing with this bit of silence. The next comment is regarding DECA's development priorities and whether or not they differ from the direction Cryptic wanted the game to go.
Someone asked if DECA has different development priorities. I don't think they do. I think what they want is pretty similar to what you all want and what we wanted. They want a very good game with a very good story. Our new narrative designer, who, again, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about who anybody on the DECA team is yet, but the new narrative designer is very, very excited and enthusiastic about Trek.
And none of that really comes as much of a surprise. We have known for nearly a year now that DECA was specifically looking for people interested.
If you're not familiar with Star Trek Online, every player in Star Trek Online is a ship captain.
Working on Star Trek Infinite.
That is the only role available to you. You are a ship captain. My character has a rank of admiral, and he is a ship captain.
Currently it is. I don't think that's inside baseball to tell you all that. It switched back and forth between Stowe and Neverwinter several times. But as of when I left, Stowe was the most popular.
And none of that comes as much of a surprise either.
Also, back in the day, leveling up was quite fast when the game was not yet
Star Trek Fleet Command.
free to play. Not sure about now.
For Stowe
I did made,
game, there's nothing out there like it.
or I did make a couple of
Dragons has
characters
that people can go and play. So there is
when the game went free to play, but I haven't really played them.
competition for that as well. So given the 3 games Cryptic has and the competition out there for each of them, it makes sense that Stowe would be the most profitable for them, because for Star Trek fans, there really isn't anywhere else to go. And the next clip is regarding lockboxes, which is how STO is able to be so profitable.
You know,
Yeah, gambling. So lock boxes, they are You'll find them everywhere because they are loot drops.
We needed ways for the game.
But to open the lockbox, you'll need to buy a key.
We put ships in the sea.
And you can only buy keys with Zen.
Bucks
And although you can earn Zen
to make the container.
by mining the lithium, it will take you forever.
To anyone. Yeah, that is something he said on multiple.
So in the end, if you want to open a lockbox, you'll need to buy a key. You'll need to spend money and buy Zen to buy keys
The foundry.
to open lockboxes. It has been like that ever since the game went free to play.
We all fought for it so hard, and I mean everybody.
Again, lockboxes, gacha mechanics, it's gambling.
All the time, and
They are selling gambling to children, although I don't think
is the truth.
children are allowed to play games like this. I think the age requirement is like 16 or 18. I don't know.
To return, I
But still, it's gambling. Even if you're an adult, you shouldn't involve yourself in gambling.
even being worked.
Because if you get addicted, then it's gonna be hard to get out of it. It's like,
Quite a bit myself.
it's like,
You know, it just ate up too much time.
I guess you can say taking in your first drugs.
Feasible for
It's a drug.
to have the time to
You'll get addicted to it.
a big project. So unfortunately, I think the foundry is gone for good. And those
Whoa, oh my goodness, the foundry?
topics discussed on the stream
Or is the forge?
some of you. So again, I'll have that linked down below if you're interested. And if you want to ask him questions, just stop by his stream and ask. But keep in mind, he no longer works at Cryptic and can't do anything about your bugs or request for X thing to be in the game. And the final topic for today is regarding Oscar. There's two things for it. The first is that there's a new update, and you can now parse and upload the Winter Wonderland TFO. So if you're interested in that, that's something you can play around with. And the second thing is over in the Builds Discord in the DPS League Feedback and Concerns channel. This is pinned in there, and it is a poll regarding what the combat time requirements should be in Oscar moving forward. The combat time requirements represent the percentage of time a player must be in combat compared to the rest of their team in order to have their record accepted to the DPS leaderboards. Historically, most parsers have had between a 90 to 95% requirement, so if you had a run that is 100 seconds long and the requirement
I'm not, I don't understand what this Oscar is.
be at least
Who is Oscar? Is he the same guy in Sesame Street? Oscar?
But with Oscar freshening things up, and there having been a decade of change in the game since that initial decision, we wanted to open things up and let people get some input in, see if the community actually wants those requirements to remain.
Okay, I'm going to end here because I don't understand what this Oscar thing is. Gonna give it a like because it's Star Trek. Is GTA too big to fail? I guess you can say that. From Lifu Lifu, let's go check out what Lifu Lifu has to say about GTA 6. GTA 6. Because it will have all kinds of sexualities in it.
Is doomed. Rockstar gets exposed for terrible practices and ideologies.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
So there's a lot of conversation currently happening right now about GTA 6. Now, GTA 6, a video was just made by Endymion that's making the rounds right now, talking about the potential implications of certain things that are happening over at Rockstar and how they can affect GTA 6. Now, when it comes to Grand Theft Auto 6, I want to make it very clear. We've been talking about this for months. I feel like almost a year now when it comes to Grand Theft Auto.
Here's the thing.
Extremely disappointed.
This is very common with
who were looking for
celebrities.
so much. And
If
people on Twitter just
if the person is popular enough
them seeing that
and charismatic enough,
A video ages back talking about GTA.
even if that person did something bad,
that this game
the fan base don't really turn against the person.
once a developer
But then it's not really
I
GTA.
guess you can. Let's see here. An example would be there's a lot of celebrities who did dumb shit, but
Toned down Grand Theft
it never affected their careers because
Auto was is absolutely cooked, and what we are going to get as Grand Theft
because they're likable. People like them.
it's just not going to be.
Maybe you can say the same thing with GTA. It's like Call of Duty, you know.
Here we go again.
Call of Duty is like you can fill up Call of Duty with all kinds of woke ideologies, and I'm pretty sure Call of Duty fans will still play it. They wouldn't care.
Threatening.
Okay, was that your phone or my phone? Or was it in the video?
That was in the video.
Okay, that threw me off. I'm like, I don't have the ringtone.
Rockstar. Now, I don't know why everybody is suddenly so damn shocked over the fact that Grand Theft Auto 6 may or may not be woke. I feel like this is something that
I'm not shocked.
This is something that we've seen.
I'm not shocked.
For a long time.
Have you seen the women in GTA 5? They all look
I feel like
not pretty. I'm not going to say ugly. I just did.
woke as hell like Dragon Age of Veilguard.
They're not pretty. They all look like
According to the
men.
themselves, is going.
Even my character in I tried my best. My character in GTA Online is is female. I tried my best, my darn best, to make my character look
A lot of the people,
the best I can. But
fans of it that've been playing it for
yeah.
years love it because
At the end of the day, at the end of the character creation,
the Grand Theft Auto that you know.
and
all the issues
I've done it like a few times because there is a bug in GTA Online where
for Grand Theft.
there are times when you start the game, you'll go through the character customization again. Not creation, but customization. You'll be allowed to customize your character. And I've gone through it a lot of times because I've experienced the bug a few times
Everybody's assuming that
or a lot of times.
right, the female and
I
the.
kept trying.
The thing is, there's been a
I
few
kept trying to make my female character look
photos, and it was more when it was back in its old.
the way I want
in
my female character looks.
happened with Grand Theft Auto 3, but ultimately,
And it all ended in failure. Failed multiple
I
times.
understand that, and it's very clear that certain choices were probably.
I don't care about this. I genuinely don't.
Yeah, nah.
But I would have preferred if the humor stayed the same.
Made due to DEI over at Rockstar. It's not something that hasn't happened in the past before. So it says, is Grand
So if GTA 6 has
regarding
not pretty characters, I'm not surprised anymore.
you should have had it already. Like I don't know why. The discovery of
There are no good-looking female characters in GTA 5.
what they said earlier in the year. Is there any other video game in the world
Yeah.
right now than GTA 6? No, there isn't. That's true, there isn't. GTA 5 was released in 2013.
They all look like men.
Winter Day at the North Pole. It's no surprise then that everyone and their mothers eagerly waiting.
They have
This has been a long
hard
12 years in count.
features.
We still don't have the game in our hands. Well, that's because not Grand Theft Auto. That's because Rockstar realized that they didn't have to come out with a Grand Theft Auto 6, right? Rockstar realized that due to Grand Theft Auto Online and the amount of money that the whales were willing to give to that platform over and over and over again for years on end, they didn't have to come out with a Grand Theft Auto 6.
I enjoy driving around in Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto Online.
Didn't really know where to go from there.
The thing I don't like about Grand Theft Auto Online are the cheaters. Oh my goodness, they're so. That's why
A lot
after experiencing
back into the online space.
Yeah. So how do you
cheaters annoying,
already had a story that's
destroying
online,
a session,
you being able to raise, heist, whatever, do
I decided to just play on my own instance alone.
story in
It's more fun.
graphics. There's not a lot.
Of course, playing with other people
Much you can't do at all.
Don't
in an open world setting is fun if no one is an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't mind getting killed
More money than they
as long as it's fair. But what happens is someone is like
Because at this
You're
point,
just standing there,
online is showing it's
and then you just
it's an ego thing.
spontaneously combust and die. What?
On multiple platforms. However,
And there was one instance when I was just walking, and then a tank just dropped on my character's head.
people started asking, "Is
What? And then there was another instance where everyone in the session got teleported to this island.
that's not true."
And there was another instance where I was teleported to this place where they were like,
Underlining that
it was like a graveyard for vehicles.
like, wow, I understand people don't like when their games are changing
And then I got to play with a player that when we entered his car, the car teleported to the mission location. What?
It's just that like I thought GTA was just different places, like state-wise, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It quote changes because they literally have different characters. And
Again, I don't mind getting killed in a game as long as I have a chance to fight back.
Big deal.
Both a female and a male lead. This dual
Struggling to survive is fun, even if you're overwhelmed by the skill of the other player.
female protagonist.
But what's not fun is just instantly getting killed
First female protagonist.
without me knowing what happened. It's not fun.
Behind the camera kind of setup, right? Not the over-the-top setup, but it's not the first female protagonist you could pick in a Grand Theft Auto game. To be clear, criticizing the game solely because it includes a female protagonist isn't a valid argument. Rockstar has a stellar track record of delivering exceptional stories and well-written characters, from Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2 to the chaotic yet compelling trio of Trevor, Michael, and Franklin in GTA 5. Rockstar has consistently excelled at crafting characters that resonate with players. If the only concern is the inclusion of a female lead, that alone should not warrant criticism. Well, here's the issue with that. So Grand Theft Auto is a series that is based in reality, right? It's not a series that is fantastical. It's not a series that's like a fantasy RPG or anything like that. It's a game that's based in reality, right? It mimics real world locations, has real world weapons, real world everything. Everything is based in the real world for the most part, and it's telling its own story within that. So the problem is that when you get a female protagonist, look at what we've experienced in the other Grand Theft Auto games, right? Look at all the chaotic things we've experienced in those games and the amount of absolute insanity that the protagonists have had to gone through. Most of the time, 99.9% of the time, I cannot view a woman getting out of certain situations that those male characters were in. I just can't see it, right? A lot of it was physical brute force. A lot of it was just overall combat. I cannot see how a female character is going to get themselves out of those situations.
Nah, having a female character is fine, dude.
To make
That's not the problem here. It's not.
and brutal
And even though it's based on reality, it's not reality. It's still fantasy.
Game where they had to
I think Hypnotic is overreaching.
in which
Yeah. Hey, Hypnotic, you are overreaching here. I don't like wokeness because woke means lack of common sense, but
more sense to a female.
a female main character is not the problem. It will depend on what happens or what the female character does.
would not necessarily
Or
to overpower a 300-pound big old dude. Even a lot of men wouldn't be able to. So that depends on how they actually wrote the story. Did they go all Star Wars Outlaws on it, where she can crack someone's head through a helmet, or they're applying actual, human?
no. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the female character is super strong.
just use the gun.
So basically, put an Indiana Jones on it.
Hey, if you played Star Wars Outlaws, apparently that's a thing.
What matters is how it is presented and how
Share the same brain cell.
I get.
there's a lot of nuance when it comes to this. So we still need to see how the story goes and
The story within the world. So it has to make
how the environment is and the world where the character
progresses to the story.
exists.
We play it, obviously. I'm not going to sit here and pretend as if we do know, but still, it's going to make it very difficult, considering the track record that we have with Grand Theft Auto and what the characters have gone through before. Now, we do know this is going to be a toned-down version of Grand Theft Auto, thanks to the developers telling us that fact prior.
That's what I still don't like. I don't like
Now that is a problem. Why would you make a toned down Grand Theft Auto?
already have.
Seriously, the name itself is
Lisa is there. All you really need to do Okay, you wanna go?
It's
what if-
Grand Theft Auto. It's an actual crime. My goodness.
Just go Hell's Blazing.
Yeah.
Don't tone
The
it.
name of the game is a crime.
Make her have
It's an offense.
trucker, and always
A criminal offense.
that's it.
Why are you toning it down? Now that is a problem.
Jokes in tone.
Having a female protagonist is not a problem as long as you present the female protagonist as badass, likable. Now, if the female protagonist is insufferable,
We'll see.
unlikable, uncharismatic, and just an overall shithead,
Dan, how
well, that is a problem as well. But at this point, we don't know whether the character in the female character in Grand Theft Auto 6 is any of that.
Hauser had
So it's too early to judge the character itself.
reportedly the game was to draw inspiration.
Now, if the claim that is that Grand Theft Auto 6 is a toned down version of Grand Theft Auto, now that is a problem, okay? Because no one plays Grand Theft Auto to be polite. Again, no one plays it to be polite. Again, these people are losing their mind. They don't understand what escapism is. You know,
And then make out in the car.
escapism because we play games because we want to escape the real world so that we could do things we usually can do in the real world, like, you know, beating up civilians.
Hasn't been a female lead sole protagonist in the game before, whereas in the original Grand Theft Auto, you can choose from multiple protagonists that aren't necessarily a sole protagonist. There's no like singular story following a singular person or a group of people, right? It's just multiple protagonists that you could pick and have at it in the game with. So I understand what he's trying to say, but still, it's misleading, and it makes it seem as if there's never been a female protagonist ever in Grand Theft Auto, which there has been. If that's the case, Hauser himself endorsed the idea. Telling a compelling story could work with a female protagonist. This should put the concern to rest, right? And yet there's another underlying issue here, one that points to a deeper worry about the future of Rockstar Games. Now, here's the big...
Now the problem would be is if the supposedly female character is an actual female.
left the company.
Maybe it's not.
Just happened. What's going on at Rockstar?
We don't know, by the way. We don't know. No one knows. We will only know once the game is released. Right now, all we have are like
Writer and key.
rumors, speculations, and small tidbits of information.
So you already know the quality is not gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Private and media shy has remained silent on the matter, and Unworth's exit only adds to the uncertainty. Having seen many other companies lose their seats,
I just checked whether my stream is still live because I saw my bandwidth indicator. It turned red.
100% is going to be in trouble by losing key creatives either at the beginning, halfway through, or even towards the end. It's going to be very rough when you lose people that are influential to that extent in your game. Then it says the changing landscape of beloved franchises. This is obvious where we know about games like Star Wars Outlaws and what Ubisoft is pushing with Assassin's Creed. We get it. We totally get it. It's a sign that things are not looking good. Then, one notable example.
I'm not even going to play. If by chance I'm able to upgrade my PC to run GTA 6 in the future, I wouldn't even play GTA 6 story mode. I'll just watch it in YouTube. I'll just watch a gameplay. What I'm interested is in the online version. The online, because obviously in the online version, I'll be able to create my own character. And again, I wish that we could make an actual good-looking female character in GTA Online 6 or GTA 6 Online. If they're going to release something like that.
I always thought GTA is like a game that portrays like the streets of US. So is this like America censored? Because as a person who was born and raised and lived outside of US up until recently, that was my impression of GTA my entire life. It's Hollywood, it's the streets of Hollywood. I mean, specifically California.
Grand Theft Auto is the equivalent of a South Park episode where they really shouldn't give a shit over who they offend and what they say, because at the end of the day, if you could joke about one person,
Exactly. Okay, I agree with that.
no protected class who is, protected against jokes. That's not how this works when it comes to real comedy. So
Again, the name of the game is a crime.
it makes it very clear where the ideology of the developers lie, and hopefully that doesn't mean that it seeps into the gameplay little by little, and that is truly what is most worrisome when it comes to GTA 6, in my opinion. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe.
Good video, but I think, yeah, we just need to see one.
Okay, with regards with the female protagonist, I think Hypnotic is reaching. We still don't know the details about the female protagonist. Now, if it's revealed that the so-called female protagonist is not actually female but a trans, well, there you go. I guess it makes sense. It would make sense. Still doesn't matter, I think. It doesn't matter. Whether it's the protagonist is female or trans or a dog, it doesn't matter. As long as the character is not insufferable. Not like the Tosh character in Veilguard. Oh my goodness, that is a very unlikable character. The problem with the woke developers is that they introduce woke characters and they make them unlikable. My goodness, who would like? And then they claim, oh, you just hate trans people. Oh, you just hate LGBT. No, it's not. We hate their freaking personalities. They're unlikable. Why can't? Is it real? Are they saying? It's like they're saying that trans people are insufferable people. No, they're not. There's just maybe a handful of insufferable people out there in that community. I'm pretty sure most are nice and likable once you meet them and talk to them. There's just like in in the real world, there are, with normal people, there are assholes, of course. Even with religious people, there are assholes. Even in Christianity, there are asshole Christians. They call themselves Christians, but they just like I guess the label, but they're just a bunch of assholes. You'll see them in politics. Oh my goodness. But in reality, they're stealing from the government. A true Christian is not gonna do that because they have the fear of God in them, and obviously, Christ won't like it. But because they're stealing from the people, do you really see Jesus Christ stealing anything? He doesn't even have his own house, my goodness. He goes around preaching, teaching people wherever he goes, and he just stays on, I guess he stays with other people's homes. I guess you could say Christ is homeless. Maybe he has a house. It's just that maybe he spends too much of his time outside with the people teaching. Anyway, again, the character, the protagonist is not the problem until we see how the protagonist is presented. Look at Trevor. Trevor is supposedly an asshole in the game, but he's kind of likable. It's like all the characters in GTA 5, from Michael to Trevor to Forgot the name of the other guy. They're all likable. They're all criminals, but they're all likable. They have their unique personalities, and none of them are like unlikable. You'd want to play any of them. That is what I'm saying. Just make the main character. Even if you make the main character a dog, make it a likable dog, not an asshole of a dog. Again, another problem, which is the real problem from what the video mentioned, is the toning down of GTA. How is it GTA if it's toned down? Are we still going to see blood splatter? Okay. Will there be a whole slew of criminal activities that you can do? Again, doing criminal things in a video game doesn't make you a criminal in real life. That's the problem with the woke people. They lack common sense. They don't know how to separate reality from fiction. It's the same with the drama queen manga. They're claiming that, oh, the character is xenophobic. He hates aliens. Aliens is like the metaphor for foreigners. Ah, my goodness. They are literal aliens from space, from the story's universe. But because they lack common sense, they try to integrate their the real world into the story, which is absurd and ridiculous. That is the reason why they think men can be women, because they've read too much fiction. And now they believe the fiction. You know what? I read a story once that in that world, men can change into women. So if that is possible in that story, it's also possible in the real world. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure that is how they think. It's like this there was this post in Blue Sky, and just because socialism has the word social in it, because the root word is social, this person thinks that social programs is socialism. Yeah, sure, socialism can have social programs, but it doesn't mean a democratic government, a republic, can't have social programs. Oh my! Then I was like, wait. Maybe this person thinks it's socialism because of the word social. And I guess I was right. Anyway, guys, that's it for the hour. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and if you did, please consider following the channel. If you're already following the channel, thank you, and also give it a like, a share as well. If you're watching on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel on YouTube. If you're watching in Twitch, you can follow the channel in Twitch. But I would really appreciate it if you can go to Rumble and follow my channel in Rumble. Again, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.